9 years ago, I came to London. I'm from Mexico, and it was very hard to find a cocktail with tequila, apart from a margarita. Nowadays, there is amazing bars that they just have their own creations.
I believe we just started to experiment with mezcal and tequila just a few years ago. You know, at the beginning were only classic cocktails, but now we're understanding that there are so many variations of those spirits that can almost you can almost swap anything.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to sell a mezcal cocktail to the general populace. It would have been really, really, really difficult sell, and now it's like everyone, like, it's really common for people to request mezcal and things. And yeah, and that is absolutely off the shoulders of good quality tequila.
That seems like a few new places too, I think.
Well, I would replace a classic whiskey drink with an extrañejo or an añejo that brings these oak elements. But also, if you want something fresh, I will go for a blanco that it has like these savory vegetal notes that can balance very well, or can replace the gin or even vodka, something like quite light, refreshing. So that would be my advice for tequila. For mezcal, I think depends always in the level of smokiness. So if you have a very smoky mezcal, I will go for like whiskey drinks to replace it with. And if you have like a light smoke, a bit more like elegant, more, let's say, more herbaceous or more herbal mezcal, I will go for maybe replace it instead of gin or something, yeah, I say more light, that it doesn't lose the complexity of the spirit in the cocktail, and you still have like a nice soft smoke in it.
We'll start with some Reposado tequila. We'll do 40 mils of. 25 mils of Blanco vermouth. A little 5 mils of Mandorla, which is basically a little almond distillate, almond flavored distillate. Adds a real nuttiness to the drink. 5 mils of simple syrup, just for balance. And 2 dashes of orange bitters. Finish with an olive. Here we go. We wanted to basically make a tequila martini, and people have done it before, and what the key to it is, it needs a little kind of bolstering the sweetness to do it. You can't just keep it as dry as you would a dry gin martini or a dry vodka martini. So a little bit of sweetness in there. So we find that using the Blanco vermouth rather than a dry vermouth carries the flavour really well. And we just added a couple of little accessorising things, orange bitters, almond as well.
So we're going to start with 1 measure of mezcal, 1 of Campari, 1 of sweet vermouth. We're gonna give a nice stir. Pour it over a nice chunk of ice. Nice orange zest on top, with a nice zest of orange. And that's it, Mezcal Negroni.
Traditionally, it's like a gin, like London Dry. So in mezcal, you have a lot of different tasting notes, like some green elements, like certain botanicals. Some mezcals have like this sort of jalapeno, juniper nose or mouthfeel. So yeah, you can replace that element, but also you have like a layer of smokiness, so the complexity sort of elevates.
So we're gonna put 40 ml of house vodka. We're gonna put 25 ml of sugar syrup, 25 ml of coffee mezcal, and 50 ml of coffee. Salud.
We are using coffee-based mezcal. So the mezcal is already infused with coffee. So what I know from this mezcal, coffee mezcal, is made with Mexican coffee, which I think it has a lot of aroma, and you can feel a little bit of the cinnamon also. I feel like it takes a bit of the sweetness in the drink, For me, it's just like it's more complex in general, the drink.
So the mezcal gives first of all, it gives a little bit of a kick because the drink from a low ABV drink become a little bit more alcoholic, so it's a little bit more strong. And there is this nice smokiness on the drinks that gives like this nice and funky flavor. So the drink is completely clarified, pre-batched, and is poured. It's already ready to pour in the mixing glass with a dash of grapefruit bitter. We serve the drink in a frozen glass. We garnish with a cherry tomato. This is our tomato bamboo.
So basically, old fashioned is a whiskey drink. So whiskey, angostura, a bit of sugar, and then it's just a still drink. You serve on the rocks with a bit of orange peel. Our take on that is actually we're using añejo tequila, which is aged tequila, really. We use a bit of cacao liqueur and angostura as well. So it's just our twist of the classic old fashioned using agave spirit, bringing that both flavors of vanilla, a bit of sweetness, but that robust taste of agave as well, which is very interesting.
15 ml of cacao. 2 dashes of bitter and angostura bitters. 50 ml of our tequila maestro doble añejo. Just with orange peeling.